This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. First down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown! Keyshawn Johnson, 35 yards. And the Golden Eagles have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's 21-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. They'll go screen here to Hunt. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. To the air again, Herbert. This will be caught once again by Brown.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And now in the hurry up. Looking to throw again on 2nd.
That has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Now the extra point. flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10, and he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hunt. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On first down, it's Herbert. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Herbert back to the air. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on third down now. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Herbert throwing again. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, this was a very close ball game.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another Ultimate Challenge on EA Sports.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, you came up short in this one, but no worries. Select replay challenge and go get that win.
Hello, and welcome to this Madden Ultimate Team Showdown. I'm your host, the Coach.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense... And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Calvin Johnson, 70 yards. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now, you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive your reward.
Hello there, it's the Coach with you here today, and this is an Ultimate Challenge.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Johnson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Fields now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. He's going to go up top again. And in for the Lions touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 43 yards. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Forward to about the 32. Brought down by Ed Oliver.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Amari Rodgers complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And it's a Packers touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 39 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 50, here's Fields. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Fields. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again is Fields. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Johnson's got it complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.
Hello, and welcome into this Madden Ultimate Team Showdown. I'm your host, the Coach. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we will begin this challenge in the third quarter with 3 minutes remaining. You're ahead by 4. You've got the ball on your own 25-yard line. 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. He gets this one to Johnson. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Let's just lean on the word good here, partner. Good way to start the second half. Good safe throw, and a good quick first down as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. Touchdown! Calvin Johnson, 66 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a two-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack.
Well, you don't have to be a student of X's and O's to know that right there, that just was the perfect play call defensively.
You're exactly right because what they did really well, disguised their intentions. They never thought that the corner would come on the blitz, but when he did...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Fields.
Complete. It's Johnson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock.
And in for the Lions touchdown. Jeremy Shackey from 6 yards away. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott being chased out left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the...
And Prescott, his third interception. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On 4th down, Fields.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 22, Prescott escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Fields. That one's complete to Tomlinson. Touchdown! LaDainian Tomlinson, 27 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking.